Hello there, and thanks so much for watching my second video in the series of three on self-worth. Last week I talked about self-worth in a more general term, what self-worth can do for you if you have it, or cannot do for you if you don't have it, if you have a low self-worth. Today I want to talk about two steps, two aspects of self-worth that will help you to increase your self-worth. Often in our childhood, our parents criticize us for something. They say, "Oh, you're not good at this," or "You're not organized," and they say it repeatedly. And then over time, we form a belief, a self belief, that we're not good at something. And as a child, we cannot cope with this criticism, so it goes into our consciously aware that we have this belief, right? But it will impact our life in many different ways, and we will behave differently because of this low self-worth, this belief in ourselves that we can't do something. And therefore it's important to check, to look at to this belief. First of all, what we do with our parents, we say, okay, is that really true what they said, right? Is that really true? And if it was true at that time, is it still true today? And I give you an example for myself. I was told by my dad, who was very practical and good with his hands, I was never good. You are never good with your hands. And sometimes he asked me to do something with my hands and I wasn't quick enough with it. I struggled a little bit. And therefore, he said, "Oh, no, no, you're not good with it. Let me do it. You're not good with it anyway." And over time, I formed this belief that I'm not good with my hands. And in my 20s, that came up and I challenged this belief. And I thought, well, am I really not good with my hands? And I started a few things. I practiced a few things, helping people with their DIY, and found out that, yeah, I can apply myself with my hands. And then in my 30s, when I had my own house and did some DIY myself, I realized I'm actually very good with my hands. And therefore, I changed my belief system. I changed my belief I'm not good with my hands to I am good with my hands. And the same might be for you. That maybe give an example of being disorganized. Your parents told you, "Oh, you're not very organized. You're very disorganized. You will never be able to live a secure, organized life," for example. And they said that over and over again because you didn't tidy up your room or whatever it was. And in your childhood, you formed this belief within yourself, well, I'm not very organized. And the first thing here is, again, check what your parents say, remember what they said, and then say to yourself, is that really true? And if it was true as a child, when I didn't tidy up my room or whatever it was, is it still true for me today? And then you can say, okay, I might not have been organized in the past, but I can learn to be organized now. And then you say, okay, let's change my belief system here. First of all, I will now start creating a list of tasks I do every day. And then you do the tasks, you tick them off, and you say, well done, I have done all my tasks, I am organized, I can do it. And later on, maybe in your company, you are asked to organize some sort of event, for example, and you think, oh God, it's different. Am I really organized enough to do that? And then you think, okay, I've already created this list for myself. Let's try this again, the company. You create a list of things to do, and you might ask a colleague what they think needs to be done. And you create this list, and then you do one thing, one step, you tick it off, and the next one you tick it off. And in the meantime, you might ask some colleagues for help, and they help you, and then you tick off one thing after the other. In the end, you organize the event, it goes well, and it shows to yourself you are organized. That applies to everything. This kind of example applies to any other example, to anything where you think, oh, my self-worth is very low, and that's because I was criticized in my childhood. My parents did the best they could. They didn't know better, but of course it has an impact on my belief system. And I believed that for a long time. Now I don't have to believe that anymore. And once you have started that, of course, you can look at other aspects, other areas where you were criticized and where you think you don't have um, confidence, where you don't think you are worth a lot, where you don't respect yourself. Once you do that, you will find that self-worth will increase overall, but also generally. It will spill over into your whole life, the whole area of self-worth for yourself. You will learn to respect yourself more, you like yourself more, you love yourself, and it has a very positive impact on your life. Okay, that's enough for today. Next week I will talk about self-worth again, a third video on it, and I will talk about other aspects where you can increase your self-worth, and after that I will talk about self-confidence, which is similar to self-worth but also different. As usual, you can find all my ebooks on Amazon, and I will put my URL on the video description where you can buy my videos, my books in many areas. As you will know, I write in very many different areas. Thank you for your watching today. All the best for now and take care. Thank you. Bye for now.